Hey Divination, thank you for joining us in this live stream, and today I will show you how to create locked content corner pop-ups with Divi and Bloom in the resort layout pack. So if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure that you do. I've mentioned a link in the description below, and if you're not an Elegant Themes member yet, make sure that you check out Divi. I've mentioned a link to the product page where you can go ahead and discover everything for yourself. So without any further ado, let's get to it. All right, so let's start off by taking a look at the resort layout pack. So this is what it looks like. So you can go to elegantthemes.com/layouts to see it for yourself. If you scroll down over here and go to the bottom, you'll see the resort layout pack, and if you click on it, you'll see all of the available layouts, and you can join to download or click on the blue button to view the live demo, and this will redirect you to a live website where you can go ahead and discover all of these layouts for yourself and see if you want to use them on your WordPress website afterwards. And within this tutorial, we're going to take it one step further by adding locked content corner pop-ups with Divi and Bloom. And let me just show you what that looks like. So if I scroll down over here, we'll have the first one popping up and the second one as well. And if you enter your email address and click on subscribe, you can share any kind of information with your visitors, such as a coupon code or anything else you want to do, a link to an ebook, for instance, so you can share locked content and have an interactive design going on as well. Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead and upload the homepage of the resort layout pack to one of your pages on your WordPress website, and I've done that over here. And then I'm just gonna go back to my WordPress dashboard. So later on, we'll add those locked content pop-up forms using Divi's built-in options and the shortcode that will generate from Bloom. So Bloom is a plugin that is part of the Elegant Themes membership. So if you go to plugins over here, you can find Bloom, and it helps you collect emails. So you can just go to your members area and over there, download it and upload it to your WordPress website. And I've already done that over here. So if I go to my plugins, so this is part of your membership. So if you get Divi, you get Bloom as well. And over here I have Bloom activated. And if I go to my opt-in forms, you'll see the first opt-in form that I have, which is the one that I've linked to the example that I've shown you. So once people fill it out, they'll get that discount code every time they visit it, because they are recognized as someone who's already signed up for the opt-in form. But now we're going to go ahead and create another one for the other page. So I'll guide you step by step on how to create the opt-in form. So start off by clicking on new opt-in over here, and then you'll get all of these options, the types of opt-in forms that you can choose, and we're going to choose a locked content. All right, and over here, you can give your opt-in form a name. And of course, you'll have to use a form integration as well. I'm just going to select mine and then go to the design settings. So over here, you can select a template of your choice, and we're going to make minimal changes to the opt-in form because later on we'll design it using Divi's built-in options in a text module that will add the shortcode to. And so over here, I'm just going to select the first one. We'll get rid of a bunch of options there anyway, and then go to customize. All right, and here the first thing I'm going to do is leave these two boxes empty because we're going to use the text module instead. So we'll add some copy, then we'll add the shortcode, and that's the reason why we don't need any content over here. And then we'll also get rid of the image, so we'll select no image over here. And then we'll change the background color, or just make sure that it's white. because we'll use a white background color for the text module as well. So we want to make it match. And we're also going to make sure that the form is located on the bottom. And then over here, we'll change the form field orientation, and we're going to create stacked form fields. And we'll also change the colors over here. So the form background color will change into the following color code. And if you want to follow everything step by step, you can do that by going to the blog post, which I've mentioned in the description below. And there you'll find everything step by step, or you can always rewatch this live stream once it's done as well. So we're going to use a white button color here and then change the text color into dark. We'll also modify the form edge style. And now if we preview it, we can see what it looks like in advance. So this is very simple, and it's exactly the way we want it to be, because we'll style it using Divi's modules and built-in settings. So now you can go ahead and either save it or generate the shortcode right away. I'm just going to save and exit, and afterwards use this shortcode. So now we can start modifying things around in Divi. Let's go ahead and open the resort homepage using the Divi builder. So I'm just going to enable that at the top over here. So we have two versions. We have one that appears on the right side and one on the left side, and you can definitely choose for yourself where you want it to be positioned. But we're just going to show you how easily you can modify modify the other one after you've created the first one. So the first thing we're going to do over here is add a new row, and we're going to use one column only. And then we'll drag this row to the beginning of the section. And without adding any modules yet, we're just going to modify the settings of the row. And we'll start off with the sizing settings. So we're going to allow this row to take up the entire width of the screen. And to do that, we'll need to enable the make this row full width option. And we'll enable use custom gutter width as well, and use a value of 1. And to limit the space that is being taken up by this row, since we want it, we don't really have any purpose for it besides having that pop up, we're going to remove all of the default top and bottom padding by adding 0 pixels to both options over there. And now we can add the modules. So the only module we really need is a text module, and we'll add the shortcode to that text module. And that will allow the form to show up. And first thing you will need to do is add some copy using the content box. So I'm just going to add some heading 3 copy over here. And then right below that, I'm going to add the shortcode. So once you've created the opt-in form, you can go back to all of your active opt-ins and just click on this icon over here. So the one that's most to the left, and if you click on it, you will get a pop-up with the short code. You can go ahead and copy that and then go back and just paste it right there. And of course, you will also need to modify the content. So this is the short code, and once somebody has subscribed to the opt-in form, they'll get to see the highlighted content over here. So you can go ahead and choose whatever you want to share. And one of the possibilities that you have is sharing a short code, a coupon code. I'm just going to add that over here. And really, you can link it to any kind of discount code, whether you want to use it for your own website. So if you're using WooCommerce, for instance, you can create your coupon codes, or if you want it to be linked to another website, you can add that kind of discount here as well. You can use this for many purposes. And then we'll go ahead and add a background color to the module, and it'll just be a white background color, and it matches the opt-in form as well. And then we'll go to the text settings and make some changes. So the changes that we'll make over here will apply to the hidden content. We'll use other settings for the heading 3 content over here. So we're going to change the text font, into open sans, which is actually the default font, so there's no change over there. But for people who have set up another font as their default font on the website, you can go ahead and change it. But you can also, play around with all of these settings and make it match with whatever kind of website you're creating, really. Like we're demonstrating it on the resort layout pages, but you can really use this for any kind of website that you're building. And it's a nice way to, build your email lists. And then we'll also change the text size. So again, you can find all of the color codes and all of the settings that we're using by going to the blog post, which I have mentioned in the description below. And there you'll find everything. So the next thing we're going to do is change the heading 3 settings. And the only thing we're going to change here is the font. So Gilda Display is the one that we're using. And then we'll go to the spacing settings. And over here, of course, we'll need to match everything to the different screen sizes. So we'll start off with some margin, negative top margin. So I'm just going to add these values for desktop, and then afterwards tweak them for smaller screen sizes. So you do have to make sure that everything remains responsive. And you can easily do that with the spacing settings. That's also one of the reasons why I allowed the row to take up the entire width of the screen, because then you can play around with different kind of, values within these spacing settings. And you can use viewport units to, make sure that everything's responsive. So I'll add 5 to the top and to the bottom as well. And then I'll add 6 to the left and the right side. I'm going to enable these responsive options for both. And over here, we're going to change the left margin to 37 for tablet and 3 for phone. And I'm going to show you what the outcome is on different screen sizes afterwards, so you can see how we've modified everything to make it match with the design. And over here, we're going to change the top padding and bottom padding for tablet to 11 and left and right to 11 as well. And then we'll use 13 for the top and the bottom on phone and 16 for the left and the right side. So again, you can find all of these different settings by going to the blog post in the description below, or you can just pause the video if you want to do that. So it's, or just play around with the values really, just to make it look exactly the way you want to across different screen sizes. So now you can definitely see that, but once we add the box shadow to it, you'll be able to see it even more. So before we add the box shadow, we're going to add some rounded corners, and just to make sure that everything stays rounded across all screen sizes, we're going to use 500 of the viewport unit, and we're going to apply it to each one of the corners besides the bottom right one. And then we'll add a box shadow as well. And we're going to increase the blur strength into 150. And this will allow us to create a little bit of a depth over here, which I enjoy. And we're also going to kind of make it pop by using an animation. And the one that we're going to use is the roll one. And we're going to make it roll to the left side. We'll decrease the animation duration. We'll add some delay to it as well, so people can just view the page content first before they get the pop-up. And we'll also change the animation intensity, so we'll just decrease it so it happens in a more subtle way. And now we have the first one, so let's take a quick look at the outcome for the first one. All right. So this is the first one. I'm just looking at the comments on YouTube. Yeah, I'm just gonna try like move over the box so you can see the changes happen in real time. And so this is the first one, but now we're going to create the second one as well, and there I'll just try to take it into account. And you can always view this video afterwards as well on the YouTube channel. And so I'm just going to clone this row, the entire row, to create the same kind of pop-up, but on the other side. And I'm just going to place it right here. And just to make it appear as if it's attached to the corner, I'm going to get rid of the bottom padding of the entire row. So now it's, the bottom of the section and the text module are touching. And now we're going to place this module to the other side. And to do that, we're going to have to modify these values over here. So instead of, you just have to switch positions for the left and the right margins. So here we're going to use 0 and add the 65 to the right side instead. We're going to do the same thing on tablet and phone. We're also going to change the borders over here. So I'm going to remove the bottom left and add it to the bottom right instead. So looking at the wrong one. So this was the first one. This is the one that we're modifying. And I'm also going to change the animation settings. So instead of using a left animation direction, I'm going to use a right one instead, which will match the side it's on. All right, so now we've finished the second one as well. So we have both of them over here. So you can basically do that for any kind of corner you have. So let me just do that really quick for this one as well. For the top left, just want to demonstrate to you guys how easy it really is. So you can just open this module, go to the design tab and remove the negative top margin, and then get rid of the top padding. So you can do that for each one of the corners in your section, wherever you want on the page. It's really easy. And it could definitely help increase conversion rates. It could help you drive traffic to other sites as well. I see a ton of possibilities there. So I'm just going to add 500 over there and remove it in the top left corner. And now we have one at the top over here. So you can just tweak around and make changes to them and make them appear whenever you want to. You can modify the delay over here and just, have it being shown to visitors who are really invested in the page that they're looking at, and just tweak everything according to your own needs. So I'm just going to exit the visual builder, show you once again that once you fill this out, the hidden content will appear. Here you go. All right, so that was all for this tutorial. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and we hope that you're enjoying this ongoing Divi design initiative where we try to put something extra into your design toolbox each and every week. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video or live stream.